right, so we are here with Emmy Lennox, who is the amazing artist behind Plutona. For our folks who don't know too much about the comic, can you just like give us a summary of it?
Yeah, sure. Plutona is basically about a group of kids. After school, they walk through the woods and they find the body of their city's famous superhero dead. So it's kind of like Stand By Me if they found the body in the beginning of the movie and it was a superhero. So it's not really an action comic whatsoever. It's more about how that psychologically affects the children and how it affects their friendships with each other.
Yeah, and so how did you
In like 2009, and that's when I first met him, when he was doing Essex County. And since then we've been friends, and he's always wanted to work together on a project. And he's let me do some stuff for Sweet Tooth and stuff like that, but he's always wanted to do like something. I think he really wanted to help give me a boost in the comics industry, and so he asked me like, well, do you have any comic ideas that you want to do? And Plutona was one of them. At the time it wasn't called Plutona, but it was about that premise I just explained to you.
Yeah.
And so together we worked into like a full story that's truly both of ours.
Yeah.
But I like to think of it as he let me ride on his coattails of fame for a little bit. I'm very thankful because it has helped my career a lot.
And in terms of like now it just got optioned, I know it's like a limited series and now it's just got an option to be produced. Like what's that process like now?
Well, from my perspective, I consider myself an idiot and I don't know much about all of that stuff. Jeff has gone through this with Essex County and a lot of things. But for me, I just get told what's happening. So like for me, the process is like, we talked to a bunch of different companies about it, and Jeff and I were very adamant about finding someone that wouldn't try to blow this up into like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
With action. We wanted someone that would realize that it's a quieter story. And so we were very specific about which we chose. And so that was part of the process. And then there was a lot of time with the legal stuff. And then it was announced. I'm like, hooray.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there like anything in particular from the story that like you're really excited to see kind of be on the big screen or be brought to life?
I guess it would just be seeing my characters on the big screen. And I mean, I'm always curious of how it will translate, because I do realize with movie houses that, they want to make money, of course.
Yeah.
And so I was curious if they're going to keep them at their age or make them older, because,
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah.
The thing that I really like about it is that so these kids are all kind of on the younger teen side, or like that in between adolescent side, but it is still like really dark. Like at one point they're like about to like mutilate Plutona's body to like see if they can like get superpowers. Like what kind of tone were you guys going for, having the younger kids but kind of darker themes?
Jeff and I are quite similar in that we like creepy stories about children. And I've always envisioned it to be a dark story, and I think Jeff also picked up on that, and so together, like the Blood Brothers type of thing was my idea, because I was like, wouldn't that be really cool? And I think for me it stemmed from when I was a kid. I mean, kids, I poke dead cats with sticks, and then we like that's so fascinating, like I could see guts, and that's probably makes me sound like a crazy psychopath. But I feel like, as children, you're curious. And I thought that would be an interesting way for Teddy to like, because of his obsession, like he would come up with that kind of idea.
Okay, and what I really like also about the series is the relationship between May and Diane. It feels very true to how teen girls are. Like one second they're best friends, but at any second they can just kind of diss each other.
It happens even today. I think at any age that kind of cattiness can come out.
Does that a lot of that come from your side of it in terms of like how the girls interact with each other?
I feel like that was a lot of Jeff's side. A lot of the relationships of the characters were through Jeff's scripting of like how they talk to each other. And obviously he's brilliant at it and really good. And there are certain things where he would write something really good, like Mia, I call her Mia, and I realize it's very hard for people to realize that's how you pronounce it, because it's short for my mother's name, which is Mieko. Because Mike is also my brother's name, so that Asian family is supposed to be kind of the mirror of my family. But Mia, I'd be like, Mia would never like hug Diane.
Yeah.
Because Jeff once wrote like, oh, they hug. Like, no. Like some stuff, you know. So there's some stuff like that I put in. But yeah, Jeff's the mastermind behind all the relationships.
And then what's it like working with Jordy as well? Because recently I've just been reading all these comics, and then I started paying attention to like the colorists, and I realized like a bunch of them
She's
are
pretty
Jordy.
much doing every single comic on the planet. I don't know how she does it. Well, it was one of my first times. Well, almost my first time. It's where someone else colors my stuff, and at first I found it jarring because I didn't. You know, I would tell her like the outfit's colors.
Yeah.
But she blew me away. I was so impressed. I feel like she improved my artwork by like a 10-fold. So
I think, and it really like sets that tone of like, it's not a bright comic, but it's not dull either.
Yeah.
It has like a lot.
She's so good with like mood and mood colors, so it really enhances the story a lot. And I'm very thankful that we had her on the team.
Is there anything, I know it was like limited, but do you feel like there's like more there? Are these characters, are you still like kind of living with them, or are you moved on to the next thing?
I miss them. And I don't know if I'd ever say we'd never revisit them. But I mean, I don't know. Right now, it would be nice to revisit them sometime. You'd have to think by now they're all pretty messed up. Growing up, they're gonna be pretty broken. And I mean, I'm like, ooh, another darker story. Like, let's just go with that.
Alright. Well, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, of
took
course.
so much of your time.
Oh no, I don't mind at all.
Also, it's hot out here.
Yeah, it is pretty hot. Like I'm getting like the under the knee sweat.
Yeah. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Like, I'm really excited about Plutona, and I know is the graphic not like the completed?
Oh, the trade. The
yes.
trade came out on July 20th.
Okay.
So it came out this week, and so there's the limited hardcover edition, which you can get at San Diego, and I think some stores can order that too.
Oh.
I should know more about that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.